Aside for the yes, or sometimes unfortunately the no, it's incredibly difficult to get useful feedback on your solicitation visits unless you're routinely soliciting with a trusted partner whose advice you admire. Few can ever ask a donor, did I do a good job? Or what should I have done differently? What do you recommend the next time I solicit you? Though getting feedback from a trusted partner in solicitation is a great idea, mostly soliciting is a solo activity. To help you, we've provided an asking and closing diagnostic to identify what you're doing well and where you can continue to boost your skills. Use it before a solicitation visit as a type of checklist, or after a visit to gain valuable insight into what you can do differently next time. But there is no replacing how valuable it is to hear people just talk about how they solicit well. Karen Osborne and I sat down to talk together about solicitation visits and offer up some of our own real-world examples of how to ask the right questions, deflect, and negotiate well.
It is scary asking for money.
It really is. It really is. Nobody likes being told no.
Rejection is scary. I think for volunteers, it's scary, you know. I'm so used to being the smartest person in the room, and now you're asking me to do something frightening. CEOs, I think development officers, you were supposed to know how to do this. But all of those fears can be taken care of if we really think through that asking is just one sentence.
Oh, that's so true. The money becomes a non-issue when you really know that you are ready to ask. When you have built a great relationship with that donor, that you've had conversations with them and you know what they are passionate about, what they love accomplishing in the world, then it becomes an offer to accomplish something great in the world rather than give me money. It becomes an invitation to get involved.
And to make something happen.
Right.
To make something powerful.
So I think we're ready to ask when we know those, we call it the donor puzzle. I think it works so well. Do you know that this person knows a lot about your organization, has gotten engaged in the right way, that you're asking the right people? I know I have asked the wrong person or not involved everybody who needed to be in on that solicitation visit in the past. What are some of the other things that you have on your list that you know, I'm ready to ask for that gift now?
You know, one of the things I think people worry about is the right amount.
Yeah.
How do I know what's the right amount? And they think about it in terms of what's this person's capacity, but they also think about it in terms of how much did they give me the last time. But I think if we remember that purpose drives amount.
Yeah.
And so when somebody says to you, I really want to make that happen, you need to know how much it's going to take to make that happen.
Right.
And that really helps with the right amount. And then of course you need to know who else needs to be in the room.
Absolutely.
Timing.
How do you deal with the fact, and it's tied to right amount, that great donor, or so it may feel, who says, oh yeah, absolutely, oh, I'm glad you're here, and we'll deal with whatever else you want to do, but here's $10,000, or here's $5,000, or here's $500 when you had every intention of asking for more. What are some ways that you turn that conversation around without seeming rude?
Or ungrateful.
Yes, right.
Right, that we don't appreciate. You know, the preemptive strike, it depends to me on whether or not it is fairly close to the amount of money I was hoping for, or if it's way off the mark. So if it's way off the mark, I just say thank you and keep going. You know, oh, thank you so much. But what I wanted to talk to you about today, right? Because I was coming to ask for $25,000 or $50,000 and they gave me $100. Thank you, but I'm staying the course. But if I was hoping for $10,000 and somebody did a preemptive strike of 5 or 6, I think you have to just see that as an interim step.
Right.
You need to be grateful. You need to regroup and figure out what do I do next.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think there, when you encounter that preemptive strike that's close, delivering great stewardship right on the tails of that are so important to do. So I think everybody I think needs to have a great solicitation sentence.
Yes.
To know that you know it just comes trippingly off your tongue.
Yes, and that and it works.
Yes,
sentence that works for you.
Exactly. Yes. So my favorite sentence, and I'm eager to hear what yours was, my favorite sentence was, as I've shared the scope of that project and here's what I know is important to you, that's why I'm hoping you'll invest $25,000 to help make this happen. And then shut up. So what was your sentence?
So my favorite is, that's why I would like you to join me with a philanthropic investment of, and the amount. And then I agree. Shut up.
Thanks, Karen.